I am here, sitting up taller than ever before. Yes, I keep rearranging my seat. Oh, I like this though. I just have to make sure my back is comfy too. Oh, how are you, early birds? I am here pretty much on time. This is a full week of pretty much on time right here. How about that? We are improving ourselves in leaps and bounds. So, what do we have until day 100? This is from yesterday, folks. So we have 2 days. I said Tuesday was day 100. Not very bright of me, was it? No. It's Wednesday. Wednesday is day 100. Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. So you know what we're going to do on day 100. We're going to dedicate our day to gratitude, of course. 2 days. 2 days. Tuesday next week and then Wednesday. And I will be on. I haven't decided if I'm going to be on Thursday or not. It all depends on if a miracle happens. If a miracle happens, I won't be on. Otherwise, likely I will be on. Doesn't matter. One way or the other, we're getting together and we are pounding out all kinds of things that keep us interested in life and learning and love of learning, right? In our DIY psychology classroom, we are talking about things like, what are the first steps if I want to be my own psychologist? Why am I telling little early birds that? By the way, you saw my little video thing, but you didn't hear the music. Why am I telling early birds about a DIY psychology class? Oh, what? I don't even know what DIY means. DIY means do it yourself. Do it yourself. And I'm going to tell you something, little early birds. The best way to make sure that you have a healthy mind, a healthy spirit or heart, right? And a healthy body is starting early. You know, sometimes we don't always have the best support. even when we have really good parents. Some of us don't have really good parents even, right? But some of us do have really good parents. And even when we have really good parents, sometimes we don't get the best support. I'm going to tell you something. I know when my oldest son was growing up, I probably was not the best support for him. I tried very hard, but I didn't always know the things that he needed, especially my older son, because my younger son was a lot like me. So I kind of knew the things he needed. My older son was more like his dad, and it was harder for me to tell what he needed, both with him and his dad. But that's a whole different story. We're here for early birds. And what are we doing today, early birds? Well, getting my glasses for sure. Because I'm looking, I can't see one thing that's even is remotely close to early bird. There it is, I think. Oh. Yeah, that's, I mean, I realize that that's the old one, but I thought I had the new one up here, and I do not. Garbage. So give me a sec here. Sorry, I'm chewing my gum. Gum, actually, I realized really does help me keep moisture while I'm talking, right? And that helps me so I don't have to clear my throat so much. So sorry for the gum, but it's a trade-off. Okay, so I click the add and then it says add files. Well, what else am I adding? Why are you asking me that? I pressed add. Oh. Okay, so what we're going to do today in Early Birds is we are going to turn on the other light. We are going to do the same thing we've been doing with root words, right? So we've been talking about the origin of the oranges of root words. No, it's not oranges. It just cracks me up. I can't say origin any longer without thinking of oranges. Thank you, former President Trump, for that. Makes me laugh. I am serious. Thank you. It makes me laugh. So the origins, I'm not recording. There we go. So the origins of now, prefixes and suffixes. See, here's the thing about those flies over here. They are just really, you should have seen, I had like 1,000 dead little, at least, dead little flea flies all over here. Tell me how I get them in my house. Oh, I leave yesterday. What happened? Same thing. Sock, tissue on there from Lucy. Oh, really? Only when I leave do I end up getting tissue? Where? The whole house was clean. Where'd she get the tissue from? Oh, and bullet holes in my shingles. Somebody's been shooting BBs at my shingles, and one of them landed. So we'll make sure that we also we'll be checking out to see what slugs are up in my little rooftop over there too, right? Hole, just like that, just like a bullet hole. Are you kidding me? Shooting at my house now? A teacher? That's what you do to a teacher? Oh, I forgot you want my house. I forgot. Oh, sorry, you want my house? Oh, I'm sorry, you're entitled? Okay. There's a lot of things that we talk about here. Now, you know, it seems silly. Dr. Feravich is going off on this tangent again. It makes class interesting, though, doesn't it? At least a little interesting, doesn't it? But we're going to continue. No buts about it. But you need to know these things. I want you to know these things because these are constantly the things that are sort of attacking us and they start attacking us at very young ages. We know this. We know that life is hard. We're reading the book here, which is The Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde. And Lola keeps repeating, there is no curse. I don't believe in curses. It's life. It's just what we call life. There aren't curses. It's what we call life. And that's the truth. That's the truth. There isn't a curse on me that puts bullet holes in my shingles. What that is criminal behavior, because that's life. We have criminals here. That's life. So let's keep moving on. What I want to show you now is the same thing that we did, just like I started to say before I get off of my tangents, that what we are, this is not what we are looking at. Didn't I redo this? I did. I'm not quite sure why. I'm just having such a hard time right now getting this where I can find it. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm sorry about that. I just had I thought I had it all up there and I did not. That's not entirely true. So this is what we're doing today. We are doing our word origins, prefixes, and suffixes. So just like we were looking at our root words, we are looking at the origins of our prefixes and suffixes. So let's go ahead and bring those up. Oh, Dr. Feravich, you're always bringing things up and it's taking always forever. I know. There we go, though. We've got it. You didn't think we would have it, but we do. All right, so same thing that we did yesterday with the root words, we are going to do with our common prefixes and suffixes. Remember, we're always trying to think of some other example, right? So we've got our examples over towards the side there. We're going to center it like this. So I'm going to go through these a little bit more quickly than we did the root words. We started out very slowly with the root words. Our prefixes, we're not going to be thinking so much of our own. They're not going to come to mind as quickly as they did with the root words. The root words here, pungent, punctuation, right? Punctual, for the one right in the middle there, P-U-N-G right there. So with a root word, we're more likely to think of other words, but prefixes are just the beginnings of words. So we can think of 1,000 beginnings of words, right? But What's important with the prefix is it's going to be the meaning that it gives. Because we can think of, asexual. What's asexual? That's the one that they use. Without sex, without having an interest in sex. Atheism, amoral, right? I don't know what else. Those are the ones that I can think of quickly. So we'll read the prefix, we'll read the meaning, we'll give the examples, and I'll see if I thought of anything else along the way. All right. So this is how we're going to do it. So abs, I think of, actually, I probably give my ones that I think of first. Sometimes I give the ones I think of first. Absence, abstinence, away from. Examples, abnormal, away from normal, right? Aberration, abjure, abrogate. Now, I don't know what all those words mean. I really don't, but I do know that it means something about being away from, right? Away from what? Away from a abbreviation? I don't know. A derivation? That wouldn't derivation be away from? I don't know. But when we are, just for an example, when we are taking tests, because we do know that we learn to take tests, you have to prove what you learn. And we haven't figured out a better way for you to prove at any given time what you've learned. So again, part of our regular standardized tests, part of testing for you is always going to be vocabulary. You will always be tested on vocabulary. And the way for us to better understand what a word is that we've never seen before, how could we do that? How could we understand the meaning of a word that we've never seen before? Well, the way to do that is by having a better understanding of prefixes and suffixes, right? Now, again, do I have all these memorized? Yes, I do. No, of course I don't have them all memorized. That would be like, no, I do not. As you can see, I did not have those memorized. But I do know some of them. I do know asexual means without sex. And so I do know that a means without. Now, would I have been able to say that exactly? Or would I kind of have an idea of the meaning, right? A lot of times when we take a test, we have an idea, but we're not sure. And almost every single time, we can eliminate two of the answers, right? But there's two of them that we're stuck between almost all the time. How can we get those right when we're stuck between two answers and we're not sure? Well, there are a lot of test-taking strategies to use. That means that there are ways that we could figure out the answer. Like, for example, by eliminating a couple of the answers. We're going to do that coming up pretty soon. So don't worry. If I'm talking a lot, you're like, eliminate answers, strategies. What? I'm only 5. I don't even know. Well, congratulations for being in the early bird classroom if you're only 5 and learning about prefixes. That is just awesome. So whatever you remember now, and here's the beauty of being able to stream this, right? You can go back to it. And anytime you go, oh, I want to brush up on my prefixes, you can see we've got the whole list right there. Well, of common ones, not the whole list, the list of common ones. Okay. So let me make sure as I turn off the camera that you got the point here. And when I turned off our common prefixes, suffixes, the point was that a lot of times you get this feeling about the word, and then sometimes we're stuck between two. When we keep going back and improving our knowledge of root words, prefixes, suffixes, we are going to be more and more and more sure. So it's not going to be when you take your test like, I kind of think it's this one, I'm not sure. And then you know what lots of people do? They go with the one they think of less. That is less. Because they're like, they're tricking me. So it must be this one. I think it's this one. So you're down to 2 out of 4 answers. You eliminate 2 of the answers. You're down to 2. You think it's this one. But what do? You pick this one. And what happens when you pick this one? Well, you know. You know. You're screwed. Right? Pick the one you think it is. Don't go with the one against your gut feeling. Don't go against your gut feeling because you're not teaching your gut to be right. If you always are like, yeah, this is my gut feeling. Screw you. I'm going with something else. Your gut's going to be like, screw you. Don't use those words. Sometimes they're funny and common, but out of a little kid's mouth. I don't know how else to say it sometimes because I'm not a little kid. So that sometimes I use those words like that. But you could say, forget you. How about that? Forget you. Even that's a little harsh coming out of a kid's mouth. I'm just saying. We like kids to sound like kids, not adults. Ick. Okay. That's like a criminal, like a baby face criminal. Okay. Where are we? Add a. Now look we have another over here, which means to or toward, like across. Or how about around? AP, to or towards. How about appetite? How about approach? How about appetitive? I don't know. What are those words? Admonition, accord, effect. So moving to or toward. Aggravate. Aggress, right? You move towards something. Appear. Assign. I don't know. Seems like a whole lot of A words that can mean to or toward that maybe do or maybe don't. Not sure. Here's another A word. And meaning without. Antipathy, I would think that was the first word I thought of. Anthropology, without what? Without apology? You see what I'm saying? No, you don't. I know. What I'm saying is you might have a general idea of something, but I could see an an meaning without, but anthro means what? It's anthropo, which means humanity. So how is the an over here in a without, right? Anonymous, without a name. Okay, I get it, but it seems like a lot of times you're cherry picking. You might be cherry picking what you're like. You're asking me questions, Dr. Feravich, and you're not sure? No, I'm sure about what they have on the pages here. What I'm not sure about is that these pages and these prefixes that we see here are all inclusive. There's a lot of, and also independent of one another. That's the word I wanted. Dr. Feravich, you're confusing me. Did I tell you I was 5? Independent of one another, meaning that they don't cross over, meaning that A here means only and always without. It doesn't mean later on something else. I don't know. Although those are all kind of close, aren't they, in meaning? So, without, away, not, see, and toward is actually the complete opposite of that. So what I'm saying is that is not going to be a standalone meaning. Sometimes means without. Sometimes we can see it means to or toward. How would I know, Dr. Feravich, which one the means? You'd have to see it within a sentence. Okay? There are some practice ones when we get done. Are they going to be long, big words and big, long sentences? Kinda. Okay. Don't worry your pretty little heads about it. Just let's keep going. We're just going to keep going. Approach, approach, approach. To or towards. Ante, which means before. Antebellum. Antebellum, I realize from ante means before the Civil War. Antebellum, before the Civil War. I'm not sure what bellum is, but ante means before. So what was it before? Antebellum. Antecedent is what they have there. If we ante up in a card game, what is it? You place your bet before you deal the cards, to ante, right? Before. And then we got ante, A-N-T-I, which is against. So A-N-T-E, before. How about antenna? Antenna. They go before the insect, don't they? Antenna go before the insect. Anti, A-N-T-I, meaning against. So I always think antithetic. I was thinking, I guess anti-authority. I don't know. Antiseptic, antitrust. Okay. Against septic. Well, septic is probably poison, isn't it? You're asking me now, Dr. Feravich. You're asking a little 5-year-old if septic means poison. Well, I think of antiseptic. I think of our septic tank, which is the sewer or the garbage, right? And then I think of septis, which is poisoning in the blood. So that's what I was thinking. I like to share these thoughts because they also expand. They might be a little confusing for the 5-year-old who's here listening to me. But for others, maybe not so confusing. Okay. Auto self, autosome. An autosome is we have autosomes. It's a cell in the body. So it's a cell of itself, right? Automobile. I don't know. Self-driven, self-moving, yeah, automatic. Okay, those are the words there. All right. Bene means well, benefactor, beneficiary, beneficence. No, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, I think it's beneficence. So well, okay, beneficial, benign. Benign is we look for cancer tumors and we say they are malignant or benign. Malignant has mal there, and mal right here means bad or wrong. So here, when we have a benign, when they say your tumor is benign, that means you are well. If it's malignant, M-A-L means bad. Okay. So around, circumcision, circumscribe, circumference, right? Circumstantial, around the stantial, I don't know. Co, I know co is with. Colony, right? Cone, together or with. Again, we've said that. So conscience, with science. So companion and core. So corporation, right? Companion, collect, concern, correct. Together. How is correct close to together? I don't know. All the facts are together. Maybe that's how it is. Okay. Counter, contra, contro, contradiction, I would think countertop, opposite or against. Okay. Contro. Yeah, contrary. I was thinking controversy, counterclockwise. Very good. D, the prefix DE, like as in deliver, down, reverse, away. I don't know how deliver would be in there. decay, defect, default, democracy, people, demagogue. Demagogue is oppressor of the people. Disturbed, disappear. These are the words I'm thinking of. So I give you the prefix and I think of some words. Disappear, disgusted, across, apart, through. So their words are diagonal, diagnosis, diagram, diarrhea. Nice. The next one, diff, or die. I know die means to, like to divert, go in two different directions, right? Or dialect, two languages. So, but I see it says not there, like dislike or differ. See? So, I don't know. What about dialect? Maybe that's dia. I don't know. Equa, equi. So it means equal. So equilibrium, equal, equality, equation. Here's their words, equation and equivalent. You, I know. So eudaimonic. Eustress means well or good. So eudaimonic is happiness. Eustress is good stress. Euphoria, eulogy. All right. These are making more sense. X, E, or F. Well, we could say export. These are my words, right? Effort. I would say enough. Elongate, it means out. Exhale, eject. Those are their words. Well, they keep picking words where it makes sense, where I keep picking words where I'm not sure if it makes sense. Extra, I think of extrovert. Extraordinary, outside the bounds of ordinary, right? Oh, and those are the two words that they thought of as well. Hyperactive, hypoactive. So over is hyper, under is hypodermic needle, under the skin, right? Hyperactive, hyperbole, over and above, exaggeration, right? So there's hypertension. Hypertension is their words. Hypodermic, hypocrisy. Under Chrissy? I don't know. Who's under Chrissy? That doesn't even make sense. NMN. Invincible, empire, indelible. I don't know. In or against. Here are their words. Intrude, inspect, embargo, enclave. In or im, I think of import. Like the one before that, emperor, in or against. Emperor, how would emperor fit in that prefix? I'm not sure. Okay, we're going to keep moving through these, and you can take a look at them. I'm going to move through them much more quickly now. In or im means not. Inoffensive is their word. Irreligious, so not religious, not offensive. Imbalance, not balanced. Excuse me. Hold on. Inter, meaning between. International, interact. Interscholastic, interstate. How about interstate? Between states. International, between nations. Interact, between acts. Now, there's a really good example of how the prefix inter might help you on a standardized test better understand a word. Intro. Introvert, I think of. Introduction is what I think of. Within Intravenous, introspective are their words. Macro, meaning large. Their word is macroscopic. Mal, we talked about male, meaning bad or wrongly. Isn't that interesting? Male, M-A-L-E means bad or wrong. Yeah, female, what does the F-E mean? I would like to know that. What does F-E mean? We don't have it here. The prefix F-E on bad. Trying to make them good. Malign, malefactor. Micro, meaning small. Microscope, microchip, for example. Multi, meaning many. Multiple, multitude are their examples. Neo, meaning new. Neolithic, neocolonialism. So that will, I always have a neo word and now I can't think of any. That's what I was doing, trying to think of some. Non, meaning not. Nonsense, no sense. Non-entity, not an entity. Ob, off, O-F-O-P, to or against. We had to or towards, now we have to or against, right? Obtrusive, occlude, occupy. Offer, oppose. Not sure how offer is to or against. Omni, meaning all. Omnipotent, right? Omniscient. Omnivorous is their word, along with omniscient, all-knowing, all-powerful, omnipotent. Parasite, paralegal. Alongside, parallel, parody. Person is the first thing I think of. Through or completely. Perfume, perfect. Through the sun, person. Through the sun. Person. Interesting. Poly, meaning many. Polygraph, I think of. They have polygamy or polygon. Post meaning after. Post-traumatic stress syndrome, I think of. Posterior or postpone. Pre meaning before. Premature, premise. Pro meaning forward, away, in place of. Prospectus, proceed. Prodigal, pronoun. Pseudo meaning false, like a pseudonym, a false name that authors give themselves. Just in case nobody likes it, they're not like, oh, that's the guy who wrote the terrible book. Meaning again or to go back, as in reopen, receive, recall, reaffirm, reinstitute. Recta, as in rectify, is of course what I think of. Straight or right. Rectitude, rectify, rectangle. How about rectum? Well, that's not quite the same thing, is it? Never mind. Sub, S-U-C, suff, sug, sum, sup, sir, sus. Off a lot there that's starting with an S-U. Under or in place of, such as substitute, suffer, suggest, suppose, surrogate, sustain, subordinate, I think of. Super, meaning above, superintendent, superhuman. Sin, sil as in syllabus, sim as in symbol, sys as in system, together, synchronize, syllable, sympathy, system. Those are their words, and mine, some of them mine. Trans, across or over. Translate, transcend, not or reversal. Unearthly, so to remove the earth, right? To unearth something, remove earth. Unassailable, that means you can't sail. And untie means to what? Not tie or remove the tie. Unassailable does not mean to not sail, of course. Not going to really be able to give you a good definition though. And here are our suffix. No. These are numerical prefixes. So here now we've got some prefixes that are very important. So anytime we see prefixes that mean half, hemi, semi, demi, all of those mean half. Prefixes that mean one, una, as in universe, or mono, as in monologue. First is pro or prime, P-R-O as the prefix, or P-R-I, right? So first, primary, for example. Primary, you're in your primary grades. You're in your first grades. Prototype, the first type that they're using. Primitive, the first man. Two, prefixes that represent the word to. By, die, and do, as in D-U. Duet, two people are singing. Dilemma, right? Two problems, a choice between one or the other. Binocular, and able to see, actually it's stereotypic vision. So two types of vision, binocular. Prefixes that mean both, ambi. Ambi means both. What ambivalent is? Both sides of the fence. You know both sides of the fence, both sides of an argument, and that creates ambivalence. 3, ter or tri, the prefixes mean 3. So tertiary, that's the third level. Tertiary is the third level. Triad, 3 people, a group of 3 is a triad. 4, the prefixes for 4 are tetra, 4, quad, and quar, for quarter, quadrant, broken up into 4 parts. Tetrapod, I did not know that. So Tetris, the game Tetris, what is that? You can turn it 4 ways, right? Tetris. 5, the prefix 5, penta or quin, as in decade, decimal or decentennial. 100, centi, the prefix centi, C-E-N-T-I, is 100. So centipede, 100 legs, right? Centennial, 100 years. And 1,000, millennium, right? How about millennials? They were born in the new millennium, because that would be singular. All right, folks, that's all that we have for today. This is Dr. Annette Feravich. We have suffixes left to go. Oh, this is so boring, isn't it? But remember what I said. You might be interested in finding out a little bit more about some of those words like I was talking about a few days ago, a few classes ago, conscience, right? So this is Dr. Annette Feravich. Thanks for joining me here in the Early Bird Classroom. We're going to be here back on day 99 on Tuesday, Thanksgiving week. Thanks for joining me here in the classroom. Where is it? Where is it?